It is soup season.
Yeah, it is. And here now to cook up a storm, it's meteorologist Jacob Dickey. Okay, January was National Soup Month, so we're just carrying it on, right?
Yeah, it's already February, isn't it?
Yeah, but Super Bowl season.
Super Bowl, right? The Super Bowl. So.
Well, can I just interject real quick and say this is the first time I've heard so much about it, the first time that the legendary crock pot is in my presence.
I had to show you that I can still cook other things because Heather likes to bash me and be like, oh, you can only cook in a crock pot. Right?
Not accurate.
I've been impressed so far. It's all been very good.
Yeah, and this one too is almost a half crock pot. There's ways to modify it where you can do it all at once in 45 minutes, but I put the vegetables and stuff to start, let it simmer all day today. We got to make some meatballs too because we're making Swedish meatball soup.
Ooh.
Yeah, really good. And
okay, so this comes first and then the meatballs.
I'm actually going to, just for time purposes, I'm going to talk about the meatballs. We'll talk about the soup part in a bit. Meatballs. You ever made homemade meatballs?
Maybe once or twice, but they're so easy to buy in a bag.
They really are. So if you want to save some time, just buy some frozen meatballs. However, I like to make my own meatballs. You know, I'm hourly around here, right? So why not? Yeah. So here's what I've got. I've got my meatballs in this tray here. If you use a pound of ground beef and then you mix in some panko breadcrumbs and then you also do a blitz of seasonings. You've got seasonings on there like pepper, onion, garlic. We've got parsley. We've got some allspice and some nutmeg in there.
Ooh, lots of flavors.
Yeah, lots of flavor in there. And then I made them mini size. So show me, I'm going to put you want to see those meatballs. That's the best part here. They're raw. I'm going to stick them in the oven at 400 for, we're going to do about 10 minutes so they brown on the outside. Depending on your size, might have to be a little bit more, but I just wanted to get that.
So is it kind of similar to like doing meatloaf where you're just taking the ground meat and
squishing
it all together?
Them earlier, had them ready to go.
Okay.
So, they're going to be in there for about 10 minutes or so. And you can wait until your soup has been simmering before about half hour, 45 minutes before you're ready to go because we only need about 10 minutes in there. We'll pull them out. We're going to add that and the other stuff in here.
What's the other stuff?
Want to know what's in here first off? What I've got some smoke, some of the smell coming out here.
Good.
It does smell good. It's got some vegetables in there. So I've got some carrots and some onion and some celery that are diced. I put in a little butter.
Did you dice those carrots yourself?
By hand, every single one of them.
Be quiet.
No, I have one of those.
Serious?
You remember that veggie chopper I had? I had it on a couple of times ago.
Yeah.
I did that. If you want to know my secret little contraption, I guess that works.
It's a veggie chopper.
Because it does a really good
It
job.
does. Those are so cute.
Yeah, they're pretty even in there. You can kind of see that. You can let her come back in. They're all even in size. I don't like things to be, one size bigger, one size smaller.
Well, there's actually, I was talking to a chef one time. There's a reason for that because things will cook unevenly.
Correct.
So some things will be crunchier, some things will be soft. So if it's all the same size,
it's right. So we got that in there, and that carrot, that onion, and that celery is in there. Again, it's in a broth. That broth is beef broth, and I used about 6 cups or so. Depending on your crock pot size, you may vary that. And then in addition, you can smell it for sure.
Oh, for sure.
How do you say this?
The Worcestershire
sauce,
right?
What he said.
Worcester sauce, as we call it. I don't know what it is. Anyways, got that, some apple cider vinegar in there, and then I've got a little bit of Dijon mustard as well, and that's been simmering in there for 4, 5, 6 hours or so on low, letting it all just... What do the flavors do?
They're talking.
They're talking to each other.
Doing a little chit-chatting. Okay.
So we got that in there.
When did the noodles come in?
The noodles are going to come in next. What we're going to do is when we come back, we're going to have our meatballs out of the oven, of course. We are going to add our noodles. I'm also going to put in a little bit of heavy cream in there, and that's going to be probably during the break when we come back. It should be pretty close to done, so you guys can try it, and it's going to be delicious here. There is a way to speed it up. If you don't want to do this, just cook it all at once in half hour, 45 minutes. You can have your Super Bowl.
There you go.
Well, it smells delicious.
It does.
Looks delicious. Jacob's going to put the finishing touches on his soup, and we're going to have the big reveal coming up.